So it's a little bit related to the strategy session, and I don't think there is one session, but the next 2 weeks we need to understand where we should focus more. I hope, because it's not up to us. Maybe there's not enough signal to say, okay, this is really working. But we had hundreds of people in the last month visiting our website. We in certain KPIs, let's call it KPI, like health metrics, we doubled the traffic or tripled, depends how do you look at it. And I look how many people tried co-work or co-work, and what I see, it's the people that join Workaround, it's because we met them face to face. So it's interesting, it's Bumble. And not like website, which is, I think it's totally makes sense. Only digital experience, it's not enough. It takes time to a new behavior. You need something more tangible. So if you take it into account, if we want to continue in this path, it means we need to meet a lot of one-on-one people, and it's very hard, very hard. It's hard in many terms. It's because it's not very scalable. It's you become tired. Maybe you're wrong. It takes too much time to get the right signal. I'm not saying we need to stop it, but it needs to be the right mixture between scale to individual meetings. My claim and the science that I'm using is social change is taking place in a group, not in individuals, never. So it's hard to convince individuals. You need visionary people. It's easier to create a network or to connect a network in a meaningful way, so they move as a group. They don't move as individuals, because in the end we are animals. We just we're just looking at other people as a tribe, and this is our signal. What is true, what is wrong, how we should behave, what is our status in the network. So, and I see how many people joined our events or want to join, or how easy it was to create an event, relatively easy. Of course, it's a lot of work. So if I look at the growth model, it's like water. You need to look where the water is going, and the water will always look for the most efficient way to move. They will not try something hard. And in general, in the universe, energy will always look for the most efficient way. So how do you spend the less calories so you get the most benefit, right? You want to say something? Yeah, I can't hear you. You're a little bit something in the microphone. I think you're using the wrong microphone.
Yes, I was using the mic.
Yeah.
Add that this weekend I realized that life is about finding the path of least resistance, like water.
Yeah, true.
That's the whole point of life.
True.
And it depends on how good you are in finding that path of least resistance.
I agree.
They are blocked.
I think, yeah, I agree. It's also in the Tao thing, right? It's the same.
Who sings?
Yeah, it's saying the same. Like the wisdom person looks at the patterns of nature and see which patterns are more intelligent, are healthy, are true, and patterns are not tactics, not even strategies. You're trying to figure out where society should be and what's really good for society, because you can do things that are efficient but are not healthy in the long term, like I don't know, Facebook algorithm. So what I'm trying to say, we have a vision, but we need to listen to the market first. And so either something wrong in what we are doing in terms of how do we tell the story. So nobody cares, nobody cares, yeah, quote, nobody cares about co-working, or either it's really easy for people to just join an event because they're already doing it. Maybe not an event, gathering, okay? It's easier to gather together because there is no risk. You don't need to feel uncomfortable. You're looking for it, you know, you want to have fun. Group is less risky than one-on-ones. And we see it by the numbers. And also a survey that I found on Nextdoor, what people want to do is like to meet in a group, meetups. They're looking for meetups. So somebody asked me, there was I think it's called ZZP group in Nextdoor. He posted a survey like last year, 2 years ago, no, less than 2 years. Then he asked, what do you want to do? How do you want to make this neighborhood better? And the number one, like 40% said meetups. Now, of course, I'm not saying this is true. And you know, the tweet that I shared, yesterday, I think it was yesterday. Although
the customer thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think he's right. We are overestimating what people think. Overestimating. Because people don't spend time on really think deeply about the problems, about the solutions. They are busy with their life. So it's really true to say customers really know what they really want. And even if they do, they will want different things. If you rely on customers, you will build incremental improvements instead of a noble breakthrough. So how do you know you're wrong? You're always wrong. So how do you know that you are on the right track? So your prediction is getting better on what people want to use. And what I see is people want to work in a different style, definitely. Different kind of people will have different kind of needs, of course. It's not the same, but let's talk about individuals or freelancers or entrepreneurs. They have a pain, definitely. They're looking to meet new people, definitely. Now, the question is, what are they willing to pay for? Now, not in 2 years. I think this is the right question to ask, like what people are willing to pay for. Because if they're not going to pay, we don't have a business. And it's just an hobby, which is great, but I don't think it's enough for us. It's what we're looking for. And what I see right now, the idea that I have in my mind is certain groups of people, let's say, for example, Web3 or crypto, if you offer them, pay 30 euros, come and co-work, and we have a workshop and a pitch day and a whole day, and you have free coffee and tea, people will pay. That's it. This is the basics. So according to the data, and it's not scientific, so that I see in the signal, certain group of people will do a lot of effort to meet and to pay for it, to get a value. Now, if you are able to gather enough people, then you can offer them other services like content, like co-work, because then it's easier as a group to say, of course, let's meet in a different ways. Let's do different things. Another thing that's really, really critical happening right now in the world, in all Web3 and crypto, is co-ownership. People want to be part of something that can also contribute, but also get benefits. So not only as a consumer. And that's going to change rapidly in the next 5 years. NFX claims that any marketplace is going to offer some kind of ownership, any marketplace in the world, in terms of token or I don't know what. So if we can crack those three things, who is as a group really willing to make an effort and pay together in a co-working and content session, and how do we get them involved so they have a benefit out of it, and how much money they're willing to pay. If we have those answers, I think we have a business. Otherwise, we are just here for fun.
No one in Amsterdam is offering what we are, what you just said there. A space as a Web3 enthusiast that I can just spend a day co-working with other Web3 enthusiasts and also have a workshop catered to Web3.
I agree.
There's no other things. WeWork is general. Treehouse, yeah, it's also general.
Yeah.
And there's also artists, creative, but then it's also quite general. So,
Yeah. So I see what we are really good at is to create a vibe. What we are really good at is to tell a story. Nobody tells a story. None of them tells a story. It's pure utility, and nobody giving ownership. Nobody. So if we can crack the owner, like the fund, like what I showed with the what's the name, Reddit community fund. So it's not for everyone, by the way, but it's about the vibe. So only few people will really make the effort to be part of it and grow it. But just to say, wow, I'm here and we are investing money. This is a story people want to say. I'm part of this kind of new way to do business, even though they're not really participating. So what I see is, if I go back to the utility, entertainment, social status, and I'm changing the name to functional, social, and emotional. We want to offer, we want to focus on in what's called social and emotional. So when you come to our co-working, I cannot fight or position myself against Treehouse or this creative space in the north. What I can do is to really gives you the right settings to grow, to meet, to have fun. So next events will have workshops or a pitch day or I don't know, some kind of a discussion or a podcast, party, drinks, music, and a work. So we are giving people new way to work. That's what we are doing. And where we start, we are organizing co-working and fun events, days. That's what I see right now. And I think it should be verticalized. So it's funny, the vision is connecting people, but in the end, in the first step, you want to meet in the first day, the micro step, you want to meet people like you. If you feel comfortable, then you're willing to meet people not like you. It's really hard in the first promise to say, let's meet people not like me. It's hard for people to grasp if it's new. If it's not new, yeah, you come to meet different kind of people. But imagine that you have a Web3 meetup, and then you have growth designers meetup, and then you have community growth meetup. I'm just making it up. And then each one of them has its own working days and fun. So they come, they meet, they have workshop. It's dedicated to their context. It's not general, like entrepreneurs. And then after a while, when they're paying and happy, then you can do other things. A while can be a few weeks or a few months, it depends. Because I think we are living in a niche world. And I always struggle when we say entrepreneurs, it's too general. Like you need to say impact entrepreneurs or impact in fashion entrepreneurs. Okay, this is like, I wanna, people in any community, people looking for, I need new connection in my domain that I cannot reach. General is LinkedIn. It's hard to fight over LinkedIn. So where can I meet exactly people like me? Because not like me in general, my whole identity, my identity in Web3, my identity as an artist, my identity as a father.
Yeah.
Right? Not like me, like the whole. And that's why I think our next step, so we have two huge opportunities, is the space in the pipe could be very cheap. And we have this growth mentor partnership. So that's leverage. It's network or money. Money means like somebody gives us something cheap or pay for something. So that's going to help us to improve our quality or expand our offer.
Yes.
Because then we have more resources.
Okay.
So in the end, we need to come with like there are three questions. One is about the reach. How can you reach people and invite them to the working days? The second topic is how can you make those working days amazing? Let's call it the UX of the event. So people want to come to the next one. And the third topic, how do you engage with the people in the event so they will come to the next event? So it's like the funnel is awareness. I remember. Anyway, it's like the three big steps: reach, event, and engagement, let's call it. If we do it right, we will see the same faces coming over and over. So that means people really care about this. So that's my thoughts on revenue. Then we can ask money, like pay 25 euros. We have also sponsors. You get a rich day full of things. You can work, you can be productive, you can expand your network, you can meet new people, you can have fun. And nobody's offering it. And our business model is something nobody's doing. We don't have real estate. We are not owning a space. If we're going to own a space, it's going to be co-renting or something. We're not going to do it alone because it's not sustainable as a business model to own a space. You need a lot of money. So if we can find another 5 Pondunk, and I think we have found few, and this place in the pipe, we own to something, and then we can start earning money. We have income. We can showcase that it's a business, and then we can think about the next steps. So this is my thoughts. Because even with Growth Mentor, it's all about status gain, because he sees us as, wow, you're doing an amazing job. I love it. I want to be part of it. Because my target audience is there. This is his thoughts. But it's more than that. He sees the potential, right? And that's why being out there, social media is so important, because people, okay, this is interesting. I want to be part of it, sponsor it, come to the event. And we're consistent. So people see it, they can feel it. This is a serious. So imagine we have another 5 partners. Maybe in 3 months, we start working with startups. They will bring their employees and pay for a co-working day, because there they can meet their customers, they can meet partners, they can give their employees a benefit. No, even when I spoke with Tamil, the real estate guy, and I told him about Omar's idea, which is very similar to what we are doing. He was like, I don't know. And regardless why, I can explain, but in the end, it's against status, because if I will tell them, we have 1,000 members and this is my next step, he was like, okay, fuck, I want to be part of it. And that's what happened to Adam Newman. It was about the storytelling. It's about he was able to sign up people in a fast pace, regardless of the numbers. So this is the dangerous part. But if you have this kind of status, this is working, everyone wants to work with you suddenly. Before that, it's a nice idea, I don't know. So from the outside, I think what we are doing in our digital arena, some people start to notice. And then Nico told me, the crypto canal want to collaborate, and Growth Mentor just going to sponsor our next event, and more will come. Even though they've never been in our events, they just see the vibe. They see the potential.
You see the vibe. That's very important.
Yeah, the vibe. I think this
Vibe is what we're selling.
Yeah, we are selling vibe. I totally agree. Vibe, like in the end, we are selling utility, like a place to work, and entertainment, and it's our vibe. You come and it's fun, it's interesting. It's, you know, we doing something very socialized and making work more interesting than what people experience in day to day. And next is going to bring more content or workshops or solving problems together. And the fun, I think it's really important. Even just to talk about it, not saying it's ready or we know exactly how it's going to look like. Because this is the future. Micro shares, being part of something, you can make money out of it, you can build a business, or but we have to focus on bringing, if we think events is the thing to start, and then we have other things like co-work, and still people will do it, I believe, but that's the core business. That's easier to grow. That's where energy flows. This is where the market needs. That's what people are asking for. If we can prove, not if, once we will prove we have a healthy business model, which means our expenses at least equal to our revenue, I think we onto something.
Okay.
Really successful, and I think it's possible.
We're gonna, yeah, those three things about you. Okay, so I understand the bigger picture. So that means our focus is events, and getting acquisition for the events, and engagement and retention.
Yeah,
that's what we need to focus on.
Sure.
So we need to start thinking about it. So the bigger picture, I understand. So we can narrow it down to events and start discussing about how we can do it better.
Yeah. I want people to get out from there and say, wow, fuck, this was fucking amazing. I need to tell it to my old friends. They need to come also. And that's free marketing.
Right.
So how do we create this kind of experience? And it's not in silo, because that's why I don't like testing. Testing what? It's so complex. How do you, you need to think about acquisition, you need to think about revenue, you need to think about retention. It's not like, what are you testing? Like, we're testing what, an ad? Okay, this is binary, but the world is not binary. That's the problem with all MVP or tests. It's not true. This is too complex to understand what's really working or not. So we are making decision based on how do we see the world and what's best for us. But we believe it's going to be amazing for people like us. And if we are wrong, people will not show up. That's it. But what didn't work, I don't know. But we are making assumptions based on observations, like co-working is real, experience is real, content is real, there is meetups there. If you combine it into a new offering, a new packaging with a story, with the right people, with the right fun, and suddenly you have something. So I think it's huge that we have partnership with Growth Mentor, even though it's not about the money. It's about somebody said, I believe in you. What you're doing looks amazing. I want to be part of it, and I'm willing to invest money. That's huge. And he reached to me, right?
Okay. mean, ideally, I would like to organize an event which is, contextualized. So this day is meant for Web3 enthusiasts. So the co-working event is meant for Web3, and then we have an event after that. Right now, we're keeping it general because we are not sure if we have enough participants for that specific.
True.
So unfortunately, we cannot test that at this moment. We still need interest.
Yeah. So I agree. What I think, like the partnership with Growth Mentor needs to be very curated. So this is for people who are X, and the workshop is going to be about X, and you're going to get advice about X. So we are going there anyway with this partnership. It cannot be people come, Growth Mentor is going to talk about life. We're going to bring 2-3 mentors that are experts in go-to-market and growth strategies. And if you're thinking about building a startup or you have one, this is a day to whatever. And also the Web3, I think the next event, the next event for Web3 is going to be co-working, 2 lectures, and 1 workshop in a whole 1 day. And you can still work, like if you don't want to participate in few things, like it's not mandatory. And that's going to be an interesting way to, because by the way, somebody's doing it. There is a crypto people sitting in a coffee somewhere in the center once a week. But it's not that. It's like we are taking it to the next level because people either think entertainment or either think about utility or either think about, we're bringing the whole package. The whole experience, and we're going to improve it and make it better with the fund and I don't know, Slack or Discord or whatever, something really big. You can work here, you can find your next partner, you can fund your idea. But the beginning is, can we take a a niche segment in the market, and if you connect them in a meaningful way and fun way, and co-work, are they willing to pay 25 euros to be there? I think yes. And if we have a cheap place, then we are break even at least. So we have a healthy business.
Cool. All right. All right. First thing, Chanel has asked if we can meet her at the Amsterdam Central Station.
Today?
Yeah, today.
When?
Oh, she's coming at 1 p.m., right?
I have meetings already.
I can meet her first.
Yeah, so I think
bring her to Vonda Park.
Let me see.
I can walk to Vonda Park from Central Station. See how long it takes to. 44 minutes.
Your place.
Yeah, what time are you free?
Not sure I have time today. No, I don't have time.
You don't have time?
Yeah, I have 3 meetings from 2. And then I need also to work with Shira on the reach. I think you can just have a one-on-one and then we can take it either offline or online the next one. Because I have to work with Shira, otherwise we lose her opportunity to.
Yeah, sure.
And
you spoke to her, right, already on.
Yeah, we had a chat like 20 minutes over the phone. And yeah, a few emails, but it was more like intro. So we had a really nice conversation.
Okay. All right, that's fine. I'll have a one-on-one with her as we plan.
What we need, because I'm שירה, אנחנו יושבים עכשיו? Okay, so I want to work with Shira right now. There are 2 things we need to do in general. Like the next 2 days, 3 days going to be on the event promotion.
Okay, what do you need from me to help you with that?
So we need to review the email list and think what are we going to do with each person. So I'm gonna personalize our approach. So that will require 3 of us to just look at it like we did last time. It's better to have a one-on-one conversation than just sending an email list to everyone. And other than that, yeah, Shira will do most of the promotion in Facebook groups, Nextdoor.
I need to produce the video first.
Yeah, that's gonna help.
Yes, yeah,
That's
I'm
gonna
gonna work
help.
on that. Yeah.
But Shira usually just depends where you're placing it. She's making the like it's the video or a picture. I don't know. But anyway, that's the, like promotion. That's for the next 2-3 days, and the email list, because that's what can we bring people easily, and then we need to think when that's done, we need to think about the next events with Growth Mentor and next co-working days. And also Shira met Tom, the Pondak guy, and he wants to learn more about us and maybe we want to help us. So we need to prioritize the people that we want to talk with, because not everybody has the same impact. So I think the place in the pipe is important, and Tom is important, and few people that I spoke with are important, like Dwika and Moti. They want to help. So not everyone is the same level of commitment and alignment.
Yes.
And Growth Mentor, I need to give him an answer. So this week, so we need to plan it. So the next steps, the next people are going to be involved and make it better. And next week is to, if we will have time this week, but I think it's going to happen next week, is how can we improve the event, like small things that we can add that can make it better.
Yes.
Link tree, a lot of things that we can do, small changes. All together, I can make the event 10, 15, 20% better in the experience. I think that's it. So for now, it's next 2 days, it's promotion. So I need to sit with her and have a plan. All the channels. And if you think about channels, so we need to add it to the plan. But I think from the next time, it's going to be more segmented, more like Web3 or growth people, or I don't know. Anyway, we need to do it with the Growth Mentor partnership.
Landing page also needs to change. I feel.
Yeah.
Less of co-working and co-walking.
Yeah, more like the whole idea of, I think what we need to add or to focus more is co-working day. And what does it mean? How does it look like? Why you should join in general? And here is the next events to join.
Yes, that's right.
I want people to think Workground, okay, it's my fun day to work. Let's join.
Yeah. And
then we can add the other, I'm not saying removing it, but this is less important.
That's right.
How people identify our Workground. What do they think? What they think about Workground? It's my co-working day. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have fun, meet interesting people. So yeah, that's it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna sit with Shira, have the whole promotion plan, reach plan, reach channels, and priority of people to talk with. And then I'm gonna do some social media. And then I need to have a meeting at 2, 3, and 4. so I don't have a lot of time.
Mm.
And tomorrow we can, I don't know if we have time today, but maybe in the evening, I'll just review the email quick and make decisions.
Yes, yes, we can do that. We can do that. In fact, tomorrow I can we can have a co-working session.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tomorrow you're free? You want me to come over?
Yeah, you can come. Yeah, I only have one meeting.
Okay.
So that's the plan. And regarding the website, I have a few feedback points, but in general, I think it's a very complicated thing, because the way donation is working, it has its own mechanics. So I don't have a lot of expertise, but if you go to other places, how they present and donate. So you need social proof, how many people already donate, maybe plan if you raise this money, what are you going to do with this? Maybe a timeline for, this project is live for the next, 1 month, so we're looking for money for this. So there is whole mechanics around, it's like e-commerce has whole mechanics, also those kind of things. And I don't have a lot of experience. I need to do some research. The basic stuff is like where he said the CTA wasn't clear. I didn't see it just in the end. But the whole thing is there is a lot there. They're trying to achieve a lot of things. And I think they need to focus, really to focus. What is one project they want to raise money right now? Unless I don't understand where they are, and maybe they already have donors. But it's pretty focused about them and not about me as a donor, what I'm going to get out of it. And it's very standard way to raise money, like, you give us money, we're going to do shit. I think you need to get involved the person and have more transparency. What are you going to do? How are you going to do it? Like, what's the benefit? And sometimes when you use crowdfunding for donation, like if you donate, you get something back. And this whole thing doesn't exist there. So it's going to be really, really hard to use this website to drive action. And there's a lot of work. So if you simplify it to one thing and make it really great, then you can scale it to other projects. But again, I don't understand where they are and what he's trying to do with this particular website, what he's trying to achieve, how are you going to promote it. So it's a whole go-to market plan before even the website to try to understand if it makes sense. Maybe I was thinking yesterday, you need to use a marketplace first. I take one project in one marketplace that talks about donations and put it out there and use their framework, how they tell stories to their audience. Like, you need a video, you need a headline, you need what are you going to do with the money, like a business plan, I don't know. Because it's like, this is trying to reinvent something already working and people used to, like, think about, you're going to code CRM, you're going to code e-commerce. No, you're going to use Shopify, you're going to sell on Amazon. You're not going to build an e-commerce by yourself. It's this first step. So I think this is too complicated to deal with. Even to give feedback, because I'm missing a lot of context.
Sure.
I believe in focus anyway, especially in this distracted world when everybody's pulled pulled away to 10,000 directions every minute. Everybody's fighting for your attention.
Yeah,
so it's not easy. It's not easy exercise. I thought they're only missing like the technology part of, we have a website, everything. We just need to connect it to donate. But building a whole new website for this kind of project, you need storytelling, you need right copy, pictures, movies. What's the benefit for the donator? How you explain the donation process and what you're going to do with them, those kind of things that I don't understand it. I've never done this kind of project. I've seen few because I want to learn, but it's not like my expertise. Not expertise, like I need to know which, how the industry is working usually when you want to donate or ask for money. How does it work?
Yeah.
What people expect to see. How the marketplaces are working.
It's lacking. There's terrible tools out there, and people who mostly ask for donation, they're not very resourceful, right? They don't have design skills and anything. So it's good to find reference.
That's why I think the crowdfunding are great examples. How you crowdfund, how do you do this? How do you explain? How do you tell a story? Like an example, I'm not saying using it, but maintaining and building you've seen it, it's a lot of work. It's not like, it's out there, we're done, let's move on. So, like there is not enough about me, it's more about them. And I found it hard to be like, feel I'm part of it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you're right. I will think about it, but for now, this needs to be there in preparation for Align's presentation.
Yeah, okay. Maybe
it's like very specific group of people, not to the public.
Yeah.
So they will have the context by the time they access this website. But yes, indeed, this is something that needs more thought about.
Yeah, it's not easy at all. Look at just for the, because sometimes it helps you think, to see other domains, to think about what we are doing.
Yeah.
So Charity Water, I think it's one of the best out there in terms of marketing and storytelling. Although their website is not that great, but they reinvent the model of, because again, the problem is positioning. The problem is attention. How do you get it? So there is a lot of here. They talk about transparency and showing the work and what exactly they are doing and where your money goes and what's their impact. It's very detailed. But again, I'm not in this domain to tell you, yeah, this is amazing, because the market sucks and they're really doing something unique. Yeah, but if you look at one project, what's the impact? How many, like, there is a lot of transparency here.
Okay, yeah, this requires a lot of technology in there.
I agree. That's why it's not an easy problem. I thought what they're looking for is very simple problem to simple solution.
Yeah.
So it's hard to give feedback. I need a lot of context to understand and to in this specific domain, but also in their market. Because in the end, it's a business. Even though there is no profit, it's a business.
Okay, cool.
But in general, I think it's too long. Make it shorter, one project maybe, just to test. Again, I'm not sure what it's trying to achieve. The CTA is getting lost there. That's I didn't see it. And what's in it for me as a donor that wasn't there.
Hmm.
Even about like you donate 100 euros, you get a product, something like that. Or we put your name out there, or we send you a letter, or
Hmm.
what's in it for me.
Hmm.
I see their value proposition. We prove every project, we track every dollar you raise, and show the project you help fund with photos and GPS coordinates. We are an open book. You're consistently receiving the highest grades. We have consistently receiving the highest grades, available, accountability, and transparency. 100% of your money goes to the field, so they don't use the money for their administration. That's really innovative for NGOs. So there is they're raising money from other funds to sustain their business. If you donate, 100% goes to the project, not to the administration. Yeah. He's also tackling a big problem. Very interesting problem, water. So that's positioning. With 40 bucks monthly donation can give 12 people clean water every year. That's huge, right? What can you do with 40? So they storytelling. See it. I think that's it.
Thanks for the feedback. Very useful.
Yeah. And maybe last thing about helping and pulling off to different direction. I think the more we are there, the more people want to be connect and do things. And we need, as individuals and also as a group, we need to choose wisely, not because people are evil. Sometimes they are lost in their minds and their ideas, or where they are, or so you're helping the wrong person, let's call it. They need something else. They don't need this. They need, I don't know, to change their job or, they need a whatever. So that, and also as a community, there was a post that really, a tweet, I will send it to you, I think already, I'll send you again. He said, if you want to really build a career, always ask yourself, how can I help? Each person that you meet, how can I help? And he read a whole tweet thread. Really interesting one, by the way, really great copy. It's the same guy with the MVP, MVT thing. He's really writing great tweets. And I think it's wrong because we are, again, used to individual impact. Workaround is how can I help the community, not you as a person, because maybe your agenda or objectives are not aligned with the community. So how can I help the network to be more connected, more resourceful, more whatever? So everything that we do has an impact to also the network, not only for us. I think that's a more powerful question than how can I help you? How can we do something together can help the network? So everything, like having a podcast is great because we can talk and then it can be part of the community. People can listen and do something with this, right? But if you just talk you and me, nobody listens and we don't do anything about it. It helps, I don't know, Duika. So we've done nothing, basically. So we need to prioritize things that are aligned with the community and how everything that we do helps with our core business right now, and help the other members, not only one connection. And also who is really committed, right? Some people just will waste our time. and that's fine. This will happen anyway. We cannot. But this is, I think, like I think Nico is a great person, right? He's committed. He's showing up, putting himself out there, talking about us, helping us. So that's a great example. He's thinking about community, not only about our relationship.
True. Good. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. So I'm gonna sit with Shira. I'll talk to you later if I have time for the emails. If not, maybe in the evening, half an hour just to review it and make a decision for tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. When would you like to have your presentation?
Presentation about
Web3. The video.
I don't know. And how we should do it. I think it depends on the channel, right? So we can have the longer one, which is great anyway, but we need also to have maybe short bits.
Yes.
But also, again, it's about prioritize. I didn't think about it yet. So I don't have an answer. So you can just make a decision, like whatever feels right, but always think about the channel. So how can we put it on the channels that we are using? And yeah,
I was thinking that you can use it as like an episode series. Every day you post one episode, and then it will be people will be look forward to it, and then you can put it on YouTube channel, for example.
Yeah, so YouTube is a great example for episodes. Social media needs to be more diverse. It's not like you can put one in LinkedIn every day something from this presentation, but YouTube it's perfect because people are there for like binge something.
Yes.
Yeah, so we just I need to think about it. I didn't think about it yet. Maybe in 2 days after we finalize all the promotion, and we can talk about that. Like if you want to brainstorm what we should do with this. In general, shorter is better, I think.
Yeah.
Unless you have authority and people are willing to 3 hours spend a Joe Rogan show. But I'm not Joe Rogan.
Okay, I'll let you be. All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
See you later. Bye.